Hey everybody, it's TF now. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review, a very late review of the Star Wars The Black Series Koska Reeves from Star Wars The Mandalorian. I have been very busy with a lot of reviews, but there are still some figures that I have in the box of figures that have come out in 2021 that I want to review because as the year is starting to get to the end, I want to do my top of 2021 and see what's going to go on each list I usually do each year. So I'm doing this one here. I'm going to try and make it as short as possible since it's been out for a while. I don't have the packaging anymore. It's a very decent figure. Not as good as Bo-Katan, but it's still pretty well done. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So we have a jetpack here. This is the exact same mold as pretty much a sculpt as Bo-Katan's, which is on her back right now. The difference is the paint apps. I think there's a little bit of some better metallic paint going on for Bo-Katan's, and there's some more blue in there, where it's just more of a flat gray and a little bit of some light blue on the sides there. It's a little disappointing. It plugs into the back like so, very much like Bo-Katan's does, and stays in there pretty well. Now, we do have these two blaster pistols again from just like Bo-Katan's. Now, the thing is that these are also the exact same paint and sculpt, I want to say, for the handles. The paint could be a little bit different on the handles, but they're pretty darn close. There's two. She comes with two of these, so I'm going to take a look at one. That's what this looks like there. As you can see, looking pretty decent. I wish the gray had a little bit of metallic paint on there, and maybe the brown had a little bit of a wash in it, so it didn't look so plain. But what's cool is you do have weapon storage, even though you only have one holster here. I swear I thought there was two. I know Bo-Katan has two, but there's definitely not a second one here. There you go. She gets one holster right there. I don't see another place to slot in for, a second holster. That's weird. So I'm going to do a quick 360 here of Koska Reeves. And there's one reason why I'm doing this right now in the beginning. It's because she's just exactly like Bo-Katan. Like all the way down up until the head sculpt and the helmet, and a few differences in the paint. It makes sense. They're in the same clan together and whatnot. I wish there was a few differences. Of course, one of the biggest differences is some of the paint apps and the fact that there's only one holster instead of a second one here. So I do believe the belts, well, they look very similar in sculpt, but they have to be unique sculpts for each other because you could just see, even though I'm pretty sure what they just did was they just chopped off. This is better if I show it with this one. They just probably chopped off this right leg holster for Koska Reeves when it came time to make your character or for figure. Let's take a look at this. I do not remember the actress's name, unfortunately. However, what I do have is an image on the left here of how she looks compared to the figure. And I don't know. I'm not looking at the image right now in person. You are. So let me know if it looks any good. Usually, Black Series, they're close, but not perfect. And definitely also the same with Marvel Legends and their face printing too. What I can say is the head sculpt and the hair is really good. I like the paint on the her little ponytail or whatever here. Her braids came through really nice, as well as there's some different sculpting going on the lines in her hair. And we do have these little soft plastic pieces right here that I feel like can fall off. So be careful with that. That face sculpt is overall very good. I mean, yes, it's a neutral expression, but looking pretty decent, I think. We do have her helmet. I'll pop this back on. Very similar to how Bo-Katan did had her helmet done. I feel like it's a little too wide. I don't remember how wide it was in the show, but we do have some silver paint scratches on close to the visor piece, and some dirt too. Looking good. Right, this is the visor right here. Goes down. I want to say, the eye pieces and whatnot. We do have a little bit of, I don't know if there's any other paint actually throughout the rest of this besides molded in this, I want to say royal blue. It's a darker blue, definitely. Looking pretty good. There's some silver paint going on to the viewfinder. That's what that is. I'm messing up all the terms today. So here is, I don't want to have to bring her out over and over again to bring comparisons, but you can just see chest plate, neck piece, shoulder pads, all the way down to the arms and the gauntlets and even the gloves. They're all very much reused, but they look good. So Mostly, I already have Bo-Katan reviewed on the channel. A lot of people own her by now. So I'm just going over the unique paint that's going on here. This time we have darker brown compared to the lighter brown that was used for Bo-Katan here. We do have more royal blue throughout the whole figure with more dirt throughout like the chest piece, and this silver, this bright silver going on for scratches, looking really good, I think. More dirt around the insignia. Around same thing here on the soft plastic shoulder pads. Which, I mean, yeah, they're soft plastic, but they are very much glued down in there. Let's pop this off. You can see her back looks a little flat, but not too bad, I guess. There's some blue paint going on to the joint there. It's a little disappointing. A little bit of this is just molded in this color. It's kind of plain. You have the, pretty much like if it was the rocket launcher or the flamethrower right there, looking pretty good actually. And I think it's more metallic on Bo-Katan's, at least with this gold or bronze, whatever. Doesn't look bad though. Hands, as you can see, there's something weird kind of going on with this hand here. Looks like there's a big break somehow in the sculpt. But it's, got this blue. I think the blue is bleeding onto the black a little bit, but it's not too noticeable. There is that side too. Now we have the belt. You can see very similar. They're almost the exact same colors and whatnot. I think there's a little bit of a dark, brighter bronze here compared to Bo-Katan's. Then we have just the one holster. There's all these pouches that are all molded in this one color. I think they look good though. This piece is blue compared to the silver piece on Bo-Katan's. I don't know why I'm having trouble focusing up there. And then pretty much everything besides, the exact colors and whatnot, like this soft plastic leg piece compared to the silver here, it's blue. More of a darker blue with some dirt on the kneecaps compared to the lighter blue. Same thing for the shin guards with some dirt painted on there. The boots are getting close to like the exact same colors and whatnot. And it makes sense again. I just wanted to point that out. That there's not much different going on here besides the differences of the blue that they're using. Some of the unique like scratches and dirt, as well as the helmet sculpt and the face sculpt itself. Again, I think that's fine. Articulation is pretty basic for Black Series. Let's take this off, and you can see that we do have this neck system. I think there's a joint going into the body again, like the new standard for Marvel Legends and Black Series going. And there's also something going up in here, so it can tilt forward and back like this. We do have I'm trying to focus up for you. There we go. All the way around, so lots of range of motion. We do have in and out joints for the arms and the shoulders, down that far, all the way around. We do have a single joint elbow that gets a little over 90. That's good. We do have a swivel at the elbow too, swivel at the wrist, and a up and down for both hands, which is not great when it comes to range of motion on mine right now. Ball joint waist, so it can swivel back and forth, side to side. That's how forward the leg goes. Back, not really at all. In and out, we do have upper thigh swivel going on in there. I've left this in the whole time. I forgot to take that out. We do have a single joint knee that actually bends really well, but there's also a swivel there too. So do two different rotations. You have a down joint and up for the foot. I forgot to mention there's some pretty good. It's very much like Bo-Katan, but there's some pretty good leather details going on there. And then we do get the ankle rockers, which I completely did not show that. Quick size comparisons. I showed off Bo-Katan enough when it comes to comparisons. They're going to be about the same height, of course. Left is Beskar Mandalorian. Right is going to be Retro Collection Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends are usually taller than Black Series. And she's a little bit shorter compared to Mando on the left. So overall, if you have to pick and choose with your Black Series, and if you wanted to do Bo-Katan or Koska Reeves, you had to pick one, I'd go for Bo-Katan. Koska Reeves is not a bad figure. It's just pretty much Bo-Katan. Again, just a few unique parts with the paint. A few new parts that are sculpted differently, like the head, the belt actually, and the helmet too. Lots of different paint apps, but mostly the same color of plastic being reused, since again they're in the same guild. It makes sense. I'm not really faulting it. It's just I don't know. I like Bo-Katan a little bit more just because I've had more of a better, more unique experience. Again, this just is definitely a repaint, and it kind of shows. However, it's not a bad repaint at all. I think they did a pretty good job. If you're a Mandalorian completionist or Black Series completionist, well, I'm more of a Mandalorian completionist. I can't get every single Black Series figure, but it is worth picking up. It's about $20, and it's a pretty solid figure. It's a pretty good articulation and decent parts and whatnot. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below with their favorite team, about the review. Leave a like, share them with your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.